Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Na Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Jaya Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Shri Radhe. Jai Shri Radha Madhava ki Jai, Shri Prahlad Lakshmi Nrsimhadev ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So welcome everybody for our class in the morning. I'm gonna speak English. Is this okay? Wer versteht kein Englisch außer Kishori Kund? Haben wir irgendjemand, der für Kishori Kund? Pion, Jai. Super, vielen Dank, Pion. Let's give a round of applause to Bhakta Pion. Hare Krishna. So yeah, we are going to read every Saturday. We read from the Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta. Since, guess what? That's our newspaper. That's our newspaper, our news fed. I say, our fed, right? And this is actually very important for us because we are so attached to the news, right? But actually we're not really attached to the news. We attach to sensations, right? If it's just news, we actually don't, it doesn't bother us. But if there's some sensation, then, we want to hear this. And the best sensation, what is the best sensation? What are the best sensations? Huh? Rumors, yeah, but not only rumors, what kind of rumors? Huh? The scandals. Oh, the scandals about everything. What happened? Did you hear? Normally, actually, it had to be that a news, like a news report should have the same amount of positive and negative informations, right? I remember when I was a child, I grew up in East Germany. So, and they followed that example. And, but, everybody, it was like boring. First of all, they brought all the good news, what the working class reached and, but nobody's interested because that's just the good news, right? Nobody's interested, And then there were the scandals, how the imperialistic, capitalistic world tried to take over the communistic world. That was how I grew up. And also, news should never be supported by any sound. There should not be some emotional sound. Yeah, it's also what nowadays is quite common, that they put some sound under it, what immediately, drives your heart in a certain direction. But we do the same. Therefore, we first chant Hare Krishna. We first chant Jai Radha Madhava, because this brings our emotions to the right mindset, that we meditate upon Krishna on the banks of the Yamuna, who steals. What does he steal? Butter. And the hearts of the devotees, because they're full of what? Full of butter. Full of love. They're full of butter. Therefore, he likes to steal them. And it's quite scandalous, right? What else does he steal? Huh? What? What does he steal for? That's not only a scandal, that's naughty. Oh? That's a big scandal. I mean, come on, just imagine, if there's, in Jandelsbrunn in the bathing sea, you hear that some boys, they're stealing the clothes of some girls. That would be a scandal. So Krishna, he wrote big newspaper called Srimad Bhagavatam. We read this every day, right? And for us, especially as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, meaning the followers of the tradition coming from Bengal, Vaishnava tradition, what more or less was born in Bengal. Why is it born in Bengal? Oh, sorry. Like this? Huh? It's going down, huh? Let's see. Like this. So, why we are following some tradition of Bengal? I mean, I am born in East Germany. What do I have to do with Bengal? Who's from Bengal? Somebody here from Bengal? Hare Krishna. So you our favorite here. We all following you. Why? Why we if somebody would come and would if some Indians would say come and would say, we really like Bengali culture, Bavarian culture, right? We put on leather pants and this checkered skirt, and the ladies walk around in the dirndl. Yeah, and all your Bengalis or your Indians would come and say, hello, I would think, what's wrong with them? So what do you think when you see us?
I am not so aware of the history.
You what?
I'm not aware of so much of history, but I feel my thinking about this is Bengalis are very much attached to their food and cultural habits. One of the famous for us is fish.
Fish? Yeah.
If somebody transcends this particular habit over 5,000-10,000 years back, so that's actually the respect we give to him.
Okay, that's not why we follow Bengali culture. Yeah. So, we follow Bengali culture. Why? Who has some other? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was Bengali.
This I know, but that's the part of the history. I said I don't know so much of the history.
Okay, so therefore, Srila Prabhupada, he installed us Westerners to tell you. Okay, now we don't follow a Bengali culture in particular, but we follow, as you said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was Bengali, right? And this is our style, our culture entrance into ancient history. So therefore, when we read Caitanya-caritāmṛta, we entering into a world what is, in one sense, quite apart from us. In the other sense, it's very close to us. So, when I come to Mayapur, when I come to India anyway, I feel like one of yous. I have the wrong color, you know. And how do I recognize this? When I go to a shop and want to buy something, they have the double, three times, 4 times price. You know, oh, wrong color. You know. But they seem to smell it. Even if you come in Indian body, you come to India and you're not born in, or not like my wife, not directly Indian citizen, they smell this, you know. Also double price. Anyway. That's okay. And but we feel kind of familiar with that culture and with that way of thinking, and something is touching our heart in this. So what we're going to do today is we reading something from Caitanya-caritāmṛta, and if we have them some more time, because I was thinking when it came around Gopala, I was thinking already what if I would be somehow in slot, what we could speak about. But then we had our Caitanya Prabhu, who gave wonderful talks and classes. We were all very enlightened by this. And so I thought I wanted to speak actually about the 9 islands of Navadvip, because before Gopala you have the parikram in Mayapur, and because each and every island is connected to a particular devotional service attitude. So if we have time, then we can today speak about maybe one island, and you know, especially what is the main attraction there. So, but before we are gonna open the newspaper, I ask you for blessings, because the one who's sitting here is not that he is somewhat special. He's just the one who is appointed to present the news. So therefore, that's my humble request to you. Please bless me that I can present the news of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for you today. And because without your blessings, one cannot speak about the news of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Navadvip Dham. So therefore, I have to be on your feet, and you please shower me with the dust from your feet. And then I can be successful. Hare Krishna. Thank you. And another thing what we do before we open the news, we have the news jingle. Or every time the news comes, they have some. So what's our news jingle? I tell you. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So welcome to the Caitanya-caritāmṛta again. And I have today, usually I use, like most of us use this because I can better read from this. ecstasy, my eyes become a little weak. But today I thought I bring the real newspapers. Who still has a newspaper at home? A paper newspaper? Nobody, or? It's outdated. But for us, we are the newspaper distributors, or? Although we're a little bit outdated, maybe we have to change our approach, but still we distribute the news. And here we have the Caitanya-caritāmṛta, what's a very special book to me, because it was given to me by a devotee, and since this time I keep this very close to my heart and close to my altar. And we're reading from the Madhya-līlā, chapter 20, verse 356. As you can see, we're reading already quite for some time out of the 20th chapter. Okay. Svarupa lakshana ara tatasta lakshan. Svarupa lakshana ara tatasta lakshan. Eidui lakshan vastu jane munigan. Eidui lakshan vastu janeman munigan. Svarup lakshanara tatasta lakshan. Eidui lakshan vastu jane munigan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Please chant.
Swarupa lakshana ara tatastha lakshana. Swarupa lakshana ara tatastha lakshana. Hey dui lakshane vastu chane munigan. Hey dui lakshane vastu chane munigan. Swarupa lakshana are tatastha lakshana. Swarupa lakshana are tatastha lakshana. Hey dui lakshane vastu chane munigan. Hey dui lakshane vastu chane munigan. Swarupa lakshana ara tatastha lakshana. Swarupa lakshana ara tatastha lakshana. Hey dui lakshane vastu chane munigan. Hey dui lakshane vastu chane munigan.
Mothers, please bless us with your sweet chanting. No mothers. Ah.
Swarupa lakshana ara tatastha lakshana. Hey dui lakshane vastu chane munigan. Hey dui lakshane vastu chane munigan. Swarupa lakshana ara tatastha lakshana. Swarupa lakshana ara tatastha lakshana. Hey dui lakshane vastu chane munigan. Hey dui lakshane vastu chane munigan. Swarupa lakshana ara tatastha lakshana. Hey dui lakshane vastu chane munigan.
Okay. Svarup Lakshana, the personal characteristics. Ara and Tadastha Lakshana, the marginal characteristics. Eidui Lakshane, by these two symptoms. Vastu, an object. Jane, no. Munigan, Munindragan. There he is. No, sorry. But it's quite close. Munigan, the great sages. Okay. Translation. By two symptoms, personal characteristics and marginal characteristics, the great sages can understand an object. Now we have here that Mahaprabhu instructs Sanatana Goswami in this chapter about the different subjects of devotional service. And here it's described about the different incarnations. And just the verse before, I repeat the verse before, it's a quotation from the Srimad Bhagavatam of the 10th canto. The quotation is, "The Lord does not have a material body, yet he descends among human beings in the transcendental body, in his transcendental body, as an incarnation. Therefore, it is very difficult for us to understand who is an incarnation. Only by his extraordinary powers and uncommon activities, which are impossible for embodied living entities, can one partially understand the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead." So now here, Mahaprabhu continues, by two symptoms, personal characteristics and marginal characteristics, the great sages can understand an object. So great sages are the ones who are trained and learned in matter, in transcendental matter. It's like if somebody puts a table in front of me, a handcraft table, I think, well, that's a wooden table, maybe I can see it looks nice. But somebody who, our Bhakta Pyon, who is a natural trained carpenter, he will immediately see what artwork is there, what handcraft is there. He will understand, wow, to do such a thing, that's very difficult. And this person who made this would have applied this and that technique, right? So therefore, the great sages, meaning the great transcendentalists, who know the art of God, who know how to discriminate, they can actually really understand who is an incarnation and who is an imposer, right? We don't have so much nowadays, it's more common in India, especially in this time, where you had people who claimed to be God, and by some magic tricks, they kind of try to bewilder the people and try to make them believe that they have some supernatural powers, and in this way try to get people to surrender to them. Particular what? There's the one to whom do we surrender? Jai Shishi Palat Lakshmi Singadev Bhagavan Ki Jai. So try to let people surrender to them, mostly their money or young women. And then we had the story by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who exposed one of this, how they call it, Falgu Bhagavan. There's this nice series by Bhakti Charu Swami where we have this Ram Lakshma Ram, Falgu Bhagavan, or something like that, right? And then Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he basically, by his knowledge, he could, expose the cheating, what's going on in this process that somebody claims to be God. But more and more, we have this also in our Western culture. I say Western culture, I don't mean only the lands who are in the West, I mean the lands who are influenced by Western cultures. And guess what? I speak also about the Indian continent nowadays, right? And there's so many going on where Western culture claim to be God. And it's not that you have a single person who comes and says, I'm God and you have to follow me. No, it's the whole culture actually. It's the culture of so-called science who claim to have an explanation and replace God. Right? There is, nowadays you have it all over the place that slowly they try to replace humans. What is kind of at least on the planet Earth, what is kind of the pinnacle of the creation should be humans actually. Right? If they claim to be higher than animals, then prove it by your ethic and moral understanding and behavior. Right? But we try more and more to kind of replace human intelligence and replace it with artificial achievements. What we are achieved, what are not God-given. And I claim artificial intelligence does not exist. It is something else. So it's a whole culture who claims to be God, be greater than God, and basically put any creator out of place and say we can do this all by our own. Okay, we go to text 357. Akriti prakriti svarupa lakshana kaya Akriti prakriti svarup lakshan kaya dvara jnana tatatsa lakshan. Bodily features, nature and form are the personal characteristics. Knowledge of his activities provides the marginal characteristics. So here, as we said before, a trained carpenter from outer characteristics he can see what is an incarnation, and Srimad Bhagavatam really describes how an incarnation looks. Some bodily features, how the neck is shaped like a conch shell, and how his navel is shaped, and the arms, how long are the arms, and how many arms, and where these arms are located, and which weapons they hold, in which arms they hold the weapons, is quite a science. And Mahaprabhu will explain this also a few steps further. But then one who is more advanced in spiritual knowledge, he can also see the marginal characteristics, something what is very unique for that incarnation. In particular, what kind of process does he bring? No? So 358. Bhagavata Rambe Vyasa Mangalachan Param Eshvara Nirupila Eidui Lakshan. Sorry. In the auspicious invocation at the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Vyasadeva has described the Supreme Personality of Godhead by these symptoms. Now 359 describes or quotes this verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam. I will skip you the Sanskrit because I'm not the perfect Sanskrit recitator. But I read you the English for our meditation. O my Lord Sri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes, of the creation, sustenance and destruction of the manifested universe. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations, and he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. By him Even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion. As one is bewildered by the illusory representation of water seen in fire or land seen on water, only because of him, to the material universe temporarily manifested by the reactions of the three modes of nature, appear factual although they are unreal. I therefore meditate upon him. Lord Sri Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusory representations of the material world, I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute truth. And there we have a purport by Srila Prabhupada. And first I want to give my pranam to my Gurudev. Om Agnanati Mandasya Knana Chanashalakya Chakshu Midam Yena Tasmai Sigarve Namaha Sri Caitanya Manopistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rubakadamayam Dadati Svabarantikam Jai Sri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadada Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Srila Prabhupada says, this verse quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.1 links the Srimad Bhagavatam with the Vedanta Sutra with the words Kyanadi Asya Jadaha. So therefore, now I get problems. So small. It is stated that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, is the absolute truth beyond the material creation. This has been accepted by all acharyas, even Shankaracharya, the most elevated impersonalist. Prabhu says the most elevated impersonalist, says in the beginning of his commentary on the Bhagavad Gita, Narayana Paro Vyaktat. When this material creation is not yet manifested from the Mahatattva, it is called Avyakta. And when it is demonstrated from the total energy, it is called Vyakta. Narayan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is beyond the Vyakta and Avyakta, manifested and unmanifested material nature. This is the chief qualification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead when he assumes a particular incarnation. Krishna tells Arjuna that although they both took birth many times before, Krishna remembers everything about his previous appearance, but Arjuna does not remember. Since Krishna is beyond the cosmic creation, he is in the exalted position of being able to remember everything in the past. Everything within the cosmic creation has a material body, but Krishna, being beyond the material cosmic creation, always has a spiritual body. He imparts the Vedic knowledge into the heart of Brahma. Although Brahma is the most important and exalted personality within this universe, he could not remember what he did in his past life. Krishna had to remind him through his heart. When Lord Brahma was thus inspired, he was able to create the entire universe, remembering everything about the past and inspiring Lord Brahma to create vivid examples of the characteristics called Swarup Lakshan or Tatastha Lakshan. So here we have this very example where we see that Krishna actually is supreme, and what Prabhupada gives here, what makes Krishna or Narayan supreme than any other exalted being in the universe. What is out of your What sticked in your memory, even without your phone? What was it? Srila Prabhupada gave an example, an analogy in the end. He spoke about two personalities being on a battlefield. Who was this? Huh? Yes, and who else? Who was with? Yes, Krishna. And what was the difference between two of them? Huh? Yeah, but what was the difference? Yes, yes, Krishna remembered all his incarnations, and Arjuna could not. And Krishna points this out. That's the difference between you and me. And here even Srila Prabhupada says, even Brahma does not remember his previous incarnation or his previous life. He had to be reminded. Right? It's like if you get a new iPhone or any other telephone, right? It doesn't know anything. But if you combine it with your previous phone, then all the data gets transferred, right? And this way, it's usable. So, although we have the full we don't have the full potency, but we have potency of Krishna. We are almost like Krishna, right? We are. The comparison is always made between a water of the ocean and a drop of the water. If you examine the drop of water in the ocean, you can make conclusions about the whole ocean. But this drop has never the potency of the whole ocean. So we are a drop of the ocean. And this is where we are unique. We all very unique personalities. We all have the potency, but we are installed with a mission, with a duty. And this we have in each incarnation we coming here. So we have a duty to perform. So what is then what concludes out of this knowledge? What questions concludes to all of us out of this knowledge? Huh? We should Yeah, that's right. We all, actually everybody of us, not only of us, everybody asked himself the question, what is my duty? What should I do? What is my purpose in life? Right? Is my purpose to be Hare Krishna? Is my purpose to be Hare Krishna? Is my purpose to work? Huh? What is the meaning of life, basically, when I ask you? And now I don't ask you about this, what you learned in the books of Srila Prabhupada. What do you think what we should do in life, everybody? What is the purpose of life? Huh? To be happy. Yeah. It's easy like that. Everybody want to be happy. That's all. And that's not people just from outside where we say, oh, they are karmis, they just be happy if their new car. No. Devotees also happy if their new car. Why? Because it functions, right? If your old car doesn't function anymore, we are happy if you're having a new telephone because the old one maybe doesn't function anymore. So it makes our life easier. And for most of us, even service nowadays. So many people do service now with the telephone. Without my telephone, I could not make so much appointments with different yagyas, some scars, this and that. Everybody contacts me over WhatsApp. Right? So without telephone, I'm basically cut off from my service. So we all want to be happy, and this is one of our main characteristics to be human. We want to be happy. We don't want to be unhappy. So what is the main thing? What makes us happy? What you would say?
Praising the Lord.
Huh?
Praising the Lord.
Yes, this is what we have learned what we should do. But what makes us happy? Pion. Huh? Is it one of another? Pion? Love. Love and? To be loved. Okay. To love and to be loved. Okay. Sounds pretty good. Everybody looks for his soulmate, or somebody who really resonates with me, who clicks with me, who does everything what I'm doing. Doesn't work like that, right? But this is sometimes what we think. That's real love. If somebody really loves me, he does what I do, and that's real love. What else? Who else is it? Huh? Service. Okay, we had a service as well. Yeah, service. Yes, we wanna know something. What is because this brings us close to our position. What should I do in this world? Right? And so many people, you see them unhappy because they have no engagement. They are frustrated. They don't know what to do. Arbeitslosigkeit. Huh? They don't know what to do. And they feel completely neglected, let down by society. So they go around, and asking everybody, please give me something. Please give me work. Please let me be your servant. Let me be, I don't speak about Knaus again because there were complaints about, we asking somebody, please take us, take our service. Sklavenhändler, hast du Arbeit für mich? Yeah. So, because this gives us some purpose. Finally, in the morning, I can stand up with all the others. I can rush to work, and this gives me purpose of life. And for many people, that's it. They just want to have something to do, right? So, service, very important. We feel needed. Somebody needs we have value in this world. Somebody needs you at least. Right? Something else? What makes us happy? Huh? Health? Yeah, sure. Health makes us very happy. You get this when you're getting older and health is not working so well anymore. It's difficult, makes life difficult. So much worry, so much anxiety. We have now the example of our mother Narahari, have some health issues in India. So we all worried and we all engaged somehow or other to, bring her back to health. This is very important.
The problem is that I feel we are not happy because we are always not happy because we don't know what actually makes us happy. So
exactly.
In unhappy mode, finding out what makes happy, because we all said multiple things, right? Giving service, or someone said health, someone said service, love to be loved. Actually, we are not clear what actually makes us happy. So that's why we are always unhappy. So that's the purpose of life, is to find out that happiness. And that's where I see that when I link this sloka of Swarupa Lakshana, Tatastha Lakshana. So there are two kind of people, as you said, there are marginal qualities, Eigenschaften, characteristics, and the great characteristics, which is Swarupa Lakshana. And we must strive to reach out. We are all in the marginal characteristics, Lakshanas, marginal Lakshana, Tatastha Lakshana. And we all have to strive towards reaching out to the Swarupa Lakshana. When we reach there, that's where the great sages like Munigana will come to know who the real people you are, like Chaitanya Prabhu and or Krishna. They will recognize us, you are the right people, strive. That's where we reach to the salvation or the next level. Probably that's what I at least understand from this.
He's very good, right? I thought to come around the corner, but you opened it up already. So yeah, that's true. We actually, because even if we have the most riches, we are not completely happy. So now, we leaving this side. We spoke a little bit like of the material approach. Therefore, I wanted to make this comparison first to kind of, what is the material approach? What makes us happy? And it's not that as soon we become devotees, such things like health, like love or friendship or appreciation, they are not valued to us anymore. Sometimes we have this idea, we come in the temple and say, nah, that's all, all material or whatever. But actually it doesn't work like that, because even the most, from the most people I know, from the most devotees, everybody likes to be valued. Everybody likes to give in service. Well, some devotees, they like to sneak around, but so we want to be appreciated. We want to be healthy, because without health, if we cannot get up in the morning, then this is all useless, right? We cannot do devotional service anymore if we're not healthy, right? But when we start to come in devotional circles or in spiritual circles, we see there's another reality we didn't think before of it. And this is when we start to approach some higher knowledge who can tell us what real happiness is. Now we get all this knowledge. We get all this knowledge from the books, like Prabhu said, what we should do, what are the examples, and then we come to a spiritual community like the Hare Krishna community or Christian community. And nowadays they are very, busy today because it's Eastern, right? And this is where they're going into full swing. I think Jandelsbrunn Church is full today, right? So, but when you come to the Hare Krishna movement, then it said, okay, this is what you should do, right? Stand up in the morning, go Mangalati, follow 4 regulative principles, read all the books, and on top of it, you chant Hare Krishna. And then you become happy. Right? Are you happy? Huh? No? Cleansing process, yeah. This is what we told. That's the right answer. I'm in purification. Somebody in the morning told me, I asked him how he's doing, and he said, well, I'm okay, I'm a little bit this, I have pain here and this there and this, that. I think some purification is going on. Okay, that's how we devotees see it. And it's true, right? But what is the purification? From what we get purified? Purification means we have to be dirty, right? Huh? Earlier karmas, yeah, and how would we put them? What would be the term for this? Ignorance, Bjorn? Yeah, and there is a Sanskrit word for this, what kind of always with us. Ahankara is what results out of it, but what do we have in our hearts what always plugs us? Huh? Karma is but what results out of the karma? Huh? We had already ahankara. Anatas. Anatas. They keeping us, they're always pulling us back in our place. Because anatas like anchors, right? We have to have this anatas, we're placing this anatas in this world, that we can exist, that we can function. We put an anata like, for example, I am born in India. Anchor. So I can hold myself. If somebody asks, who are you? I'm Indian. I'm German. I'm Denmark. How you say? Danish. I'm Viking. Like, right. And I'm male. Another anchor. I'm male. Right? And what kind of male? Well, I'm a strong male. I'm alpha male. or something like that, right? So, and we have so many different anarthas. What phone do you use? Oh, I using only Apple. Huh? We identified out of this one who always uses Apple. If somebody asking, who's this devotee? Not this one who always using Apple. So you identified, even by others, this ahangara. Why? Because you're doing this. You're giving this to the outside. But it's a complete material conception. And we are full of them. And it's not only on the cross way, we putting this ahangaras also in the subtle way. Well, I'm learned. I'm a scholarly person. I'm a puchari. Oh, I'm head puchari. Right? I'm a cook. I'm, so many different things. And we putting this ahangaras, and don't get me wrong, in one sense they are important because they give us some sort of identity, and this identity gives us safety. And we need this. We're living in the material world. We're needing some safe environment where we can hold on. Right? Because we are not cleansed yet. But these ahangaras, since they're connected with the material world, what happens? Charu. They what? Yes, we cannot come away, but what happens with these ahangaras? Because they're attached to the material world. What is the nature of the material world? It binds us, yeah, but why? Think further, you're in the right direction. Think further. Why friction happens? Huh? Yes, they pull us back, but in this, why they're not completely safe? Yeah? Huh? Why not much happiness? Why they're not real? They're temporary. Who said this? He. Yes, they're temporary. They're temporary, and this is like when we identify with our hankaras, we identify with our body who belongs to the material world. And this is the problem of it. So they don't give us safety, they don't give us ultimate stability. They may be for some reason, for time, they give us some kind of stability. Like a job, we do maybe a job for some while. And this gives us income. What is important to live in this world? This gives us some stability. Okay, I'm working and this and that. That gives me reason to get up in the morning and gives me purpose in life. That's needed. That's needed for us to exist. But it's not the ultimate goal because they are all temporary. They're all going. So slowly, as Prabhuji said, we have to cleanse our ahankaras. But we cannot just cut the ties all off. Because then what happened? We floating in the current of time, in the current of the world. What we have to do? Pure. Yes, we have to find where we can put our anchors who gives us a new, basically not a hangara, a new identification. Right? And this is actually what we're gonna do when we come in the circle of devotees. We are told, listen, it's okay if you live in the material world. Most of us live in the material world. Right? That's completely normal. And even if we live in temple environment, we have to deal with material world. We get a new solar anlage. The solar anlage, for example, has to be paid and stuff like that. We have to take care of money. We have to, whatever we are attached to the the sewage system of the community. Something like that. We have to deal with that stuff. But when we come in spiritual circles, they tell us That's okay that you have this, but you have to put your faith in new ahankaras. Now, what's the difficulty here? What you facing in the... Somebody tell you, yeah, just chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Who does this? Who just sit and chant Hare Krishna and is happy? Huh? Murari? Well, not even I mean, of course, internally yes, but because he had to deal with so many people who had so many ahankaras, he had to make sure to cut kind of the ahankaras and give them new attachments. So we have to find new attachments. As all the Goswamis tell us, we have to kind of attach ourselves to new things. How these things should look like. If you go to a shop full of attachments, what kind of attachments you as a devotee right now you would choose, you would look for? Pyon. Krishna's pastimes. Why?
Because it is said that this is the best thing to be attached to.
It's said. Okay, so somebody tells you and therefore you do it. That's already quite good. Somebody, what would you, for fish, you would look...
You mean that in order to get the addiction, drop out from the addiction, you need another.
Very good. Very good.
But that's, is there no other alternatives? Like say, if you are talking about karmas.
No.
Burn his own karmas by doing something?
No, you actually hit the nail on the head. That was very good. Because what Pyon said actually is the topmost. But Pyon said it, I don't know, I guess, I don't know. Or if I would have said it, it was just because somebody told me. You know, the pastimes of Krishna. Read Krishna book. And it's true. But what Prabhu said is actually the real thing what we have to deal right now. We have to get some attachment. We have to get some ruchi, some taste for the things. And this is where we have to work on. We have to work on our taste for spiritual topics, for spiritual things, for spiritual activities. And this we get through what? Huh? Wow, you're already there. But I don't know why I should Sharanagati means surrender. Why I should surrender? Why I should do service? Why should I do? Okay, you tell me, to make some new attachments, but does it work? I don't know. Sadhu Sangha. Yes, we need the Sangha. We need association of devotees who have attachment, who have some deeper taste for a particular service. If you want to learn from somebody, if you want to learn cooking from somebody who has no taste for cooking, doesn't work. If you learn cooking, opulent cooking from a Singadev, from somebody who likes to eat only raw food or oats, what's the point? What he can teach you? He maybe can teach you, maybe give you, here's a cookbook, you have the cookbook, please read it. Read the cookbook, right? Or if you study all the medical books in the world, are you be able to do surgery? No. I just saw when I came down in the morning to clean the Yagyakund, I saw our Sundar Sham Prabhu. He was cooking for Nrsingadev. And on the phone, he had his guru, his cooking guru. Guess who was it? Who was his cooking guru? Very simple. His mother. Yeah. His mother was on the phone, guiding him. Now he did this, now he did this. And he was, for whole time, he was not just short. She was laying there, she was on the phone, you could see her. And he was like, and then, this is how you learn cooking, from somebody who has taste in cooking and who's expert. Right? So that's our goal. We have to just attach ourselves to people who have attachment. So in the same way, they will help us. If somebody is in Haridwar, where the Ganga is very strong, when you go in the Ganga, you have these chains that it not be carried away. So if you hold to somebody who holds onto a chain, you're saved. Right? And this is the thing where we have to work on. We have to see, okay, where are the people? First of all, where I want to be. This is a decision what we have to do for ourselves. What I want to be. What is my goal in life? You don't have to answer this yet, because everybody has to, and we always, I myself keep myself always fine-tuning. Of course, I want to be servant of Krishna. Haribol! But how? How? So I have to always fine-tune myself. Right? So we have to see, okay, what we want to be, how my life should look like. And then I have to find somebody who lived a life what I would like to live. And therefore, of course, we have our acharyas, our spiritual masters. And if you want to see how somebody lived a life, what you have to look upon. For example, but yeah, but what is the, okay, when you want to set a route, what you have to know first? Huh? Address, the goal, yeah, right. So if you want to look for a role model for your life, what you have to look first? Actions. Okay. If the conclusion of a life is what? Huh? Death. Exactly. See how that person left his body. Because there, in the time of death, there is the conclusion of your whole life will come together. The preparation of the final chapter is your life. And for this, we looking for role models where we see how they live their life. For example, many people nowadays in the West, they think Nietzsche, Friedrich Nietzsche, he's cool, because he was all like very negative, very question everything. How he died. How he died. Huh? Yeah, but he didn't die on this. Huh? He killed himself. So why you kill yourself? Because you're completely happy, you're ecstatic? No, you must be quite frustrated. So if you model your life according to the teachings of Friedrich Nietzsche, where are you going to go? Right? So therefore, we have to find ourselves, okay, what is the role model in our life, what we want to follow? And therefore, we have our acharyas, the one who passed on, and how they left that world. So we as spiritual people, we have to attach ourselves by people who have great taste for these things what they're doing. And what is the main thing what we're doing? What's the main thing what we're doing? We chant Hare Krishna. So we need taste for the holy name. And this is something what we hear always again, what we speak about, and it sounds like, Every lecture goes out in this. We have to have taste for the holy name. But it's not that easy. Therefore, we need each other. We need association. We need to remind each other. Hey, Prabhu! Not feedback in one hand, telephone in another hand. I saw in the morning somebody like this, was myself. So that's not how it works. We have to remind ourselves, Prabhu, can I put your telephone on flight mode that it doesn't disturb you? Oh yes, thank you. We should do it in a sweet way. Sometimes nowadays devotees, they are so expert in harming each other. Speaking in a way, actually I mean good, but actually I want to put myself over you and I want to show you your position. Especially when they're younger, like we are bum, 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 bum. Now come on, do it in a nice way. This is what we need to make our association even more sweet and to get more attached to each other. Because when these people, first time I come to the Hare Krishna temple, I put my shoe, okay, my shoes here. Oh no, I put it here, sorry, yeah, I got it. Oh, bathroom shoes, what? Oh, in the bathroom I should wear shoes again. Oh, sorry, I didn't know because they told me I should not wear shoes. Oh, okay, take a shower. What? Shower with a towel around, why? I take a shower, why should I put a towel around myself? So many things, Kitchen, are you clean? What? Are you sushi? What? Did you eat? What? Of course I ate. In these clothes? Yes. You have to change your clothes? Why? No, I don't want to do these people anymore because they just, they just too much. But if we explain things in a sweet way, then our association and even our teaching becomes more understandable. And he said, even if these people have so many different rules and regulations, I love them because they love me, because they're very sweet to me. They must love me. Okay, so, we spoke quite around the corner and it's 9 o'clock. I don't want to stretch it. I wanted to speak actually more, go in the direction how we develop taste in the holy name by our association and how we see the holy name as something, a very, very, very personal gift, what is given to us, like a key. And each of us has a personal lock to a locker to this key. Right? But sometimes it doesn't really fit in, so we really have to always work on our key, on our holy name, on our japa. We have to work on our chanting that we can open this locker. And in this locker we find our treasure to be unlocked. And this is our life's goal. We're all looking for this treasure. And I wish all of us that we find our treasure. And the more easier we find it if we look together, if we work together. And that's all what Prabhupada gave us. Nothing else, we need nothing else than each other. And reminding each other that let's work together, let's chant together. That's called Sankirtan. And whatever we do, it's much more sweet, it's much more easy if we do it in association. We cook for in the kitchen. You have one person cooking his whole body out to make a huge feast for all of us. But if we go together in the kitchen and say, let's cook together, it's so much more pleasurable. And guess what? The prasadam tastes even more sweet, even if it's a salty preparation. Don't take me literally, but that's how it works. So then just one thing, the last thing, what I see so many times now in the association of devotee, don't be bitter devotees. Be sweet devotees. Remind each other of the simple gift given by Srila Prabhupada. It's such a simple process. Don't make it too complicated only to express your bitterness because you became bitter over the time because of some or whatever reasons. There is a reason, but keep yourself sugaring up by the process, by sweet devotees. And in this way, we become sweet devotees and we become a sweet association. And who can resist sweets? Huh? Diabetes. Yeah, but this is but we are not in the Hare Krishna temple. You cannot beat diabetes. Of course, I don't speak about this disease. You know, we all like to eat rasagullas, and when you bite a rasagula, all the juice comes out. When you squeeze it, all the juice comes out. So this is what we do with each other. In a loving embrace, we squeeze each other, that all the juice comes out. Okay? Big words. I know I'm not a very sweet person. I can be very bitter. I can be very sour. I can be very fiery sometimes. Therefore, I need you to squeeze me gently. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Srila Gurudev ki jai.